Merci. Je m'appelle Madame Fraser.
George Washington led the army.
Did you hear one?
Wanted.
No.
Led, thank you.
Led.
Irregular, good job. Why isn't wanted irregular, Chance? Wanted. Does it follow a rule?
Is it irregular? Just has ED on the end.
Way to go, you got it, you just had ED. George Washington led the army. He won some battles.
He won.
Man, you got it. He won some battles. He and his men lost a battle. Lost, good job. They stayed in a snowy valley.
Stayed.
It stayed irregular?
No.
No? It has ED. No, that doesn't make our list. No. How about he lived in a stone house?
He lived. He packed.
But they came slowly.
All right, so when we look at each one of those, I'm going to dojo y'all up here and just see what we do here. Okay, Shyla, what's the present tense of led? Like if you led somebody yesterday, but you're doing it today, what would you do? You wouldn't let them today, what would you do? Lead. Excellent. Very good.
Good job.
Good job.
I thought
Okay.
it followed the lead.
Here. Chance. That's it, past tense. What happens tonight to Buford? They're going to what? They're going to lose. All right. Somebody learn it. Who do you think we're going to be talking about today? Yes. George Washington. Okay, that sounds great. George Washington. So, what we're going to do, one of our interesting words yesterday talked about a story when a person's life, when it's about a person's life. You remember what that word was? Nice. Autobiography. That would be if someone did what? You're correct. That was one of the words we discussed yesterday. An autobiography would be if a person wrote a story what?
About them.
Okay. In this case, somebody else wrote it, so what would we call that? Excellent. Good job. Okay, biography. All right, Ms. Fraser.
All right, before we read, we're going to preview the language that we're going to hear in the biography. We have been talking about verbs. Last week we talked about regular verbs. Remember? When you have a regular text is? What we're going to? Read. Okay, how are we going to analyze it? We're going to break it down by using a timeline. Our language function today will be participating in conversation. So when Mr. Fraser calls on you, you will answer him. You will participate. Vous êtes prêts? Are you ready? Yes, madam. Okay. Our author of the day will be Miss Mademoiselle Marvey. And who's going to introduce Marvey?
So I choose one.
All right, Chance, are you ready? Vous êtes prêts? Okay, go. Allez.
Mrs. Marvey from English. She is skilled in gymnastics and math. Today she will be presenting traveling back to San Francisco.
Awesome. Thank you for introducing us.
If I could go back in time to 1773, I would like to go to the famous Boston Harbor. I would see the brave Power Bear because he told everyone to be careful because the British were coming. I would take part in the Boston Tea Party because that was what stopped the taxes and it sounds very exciting.
Wow.
That's past. Okay, tell me this also. Is it regular or is it irregular? Why? You're excellent. 1792. What happened in 1792?
In 1792, he was elected again.
Elected. Look at it. Past or present? Elected. Past. Why? How do you know?
Because he was elected.
Okay. But what gives you in the verb elected?
They
What?
told you again, but it said he was
Those are
elected.
good context
Good
clues.
answer. Okay,
Good
well,
context clues. Look at the actual verb, Tamari. What does the verb have on the end of it?
grammatically, what's the
ED.
change?
ED, which
Very
means
good.
it is regular, you
Good
guys.
job, buddy. Good job.
242, here everybody, quick. 242. George imposing.
Skylar. 242.
242.
painted his portrait. Then we have a past and present verb. Huh?
This one's a special one. Look at that. Died. Regular or irregular?
Why?
Read very quickly. We said we were going to write about our timeline.
Skip lines, because remember we want to leave room for editing. Okay? What type of words are we going to write with again? Give me some. What type of words are we going to write with? We talked about at the very beginning. What are these called? Reading didn't know who he is. Where's George Washington? Everybody getting this down? Was born in Virginia, right?
Okay. Just copy for today. Tomorrow you will add a supporting sentence for each one. You'll be working